Hey winners, Kevin Ward here, just driving along on a beautiful morning. This weekend I was listening to Dwyer, and he talked about something very, very interesting. One, he said, and this was the point that he was making, was he said, never let an old person move into your body. And he was talking about how to stay physically full of energy and alive and vibrant and young. And he said where we get old, or where we allow ourselves to get old, is in our mind. And we start thinking old thoughts, and we start living into that thought, and that's what creates age. And then he said something that was just amazing, and it was Tony Robbins that was actually interviewing him in one of Tony Robbins' Power Talks, was where I heard this. And Dwyer, who is now, I believe, easily in his 70s, said that he has run every single day for the last 15 years, physically run every single day for the last 15 years, and he has never missed a single day. And then he said something that really blew me away, and he said, I've run at least 8 miles every one of those days. Now, I just was in absolute shock as I heard this. Here's a guy in his 70s who is a peak performance type person. He's written books. That first book I ever saw him by Dwyer was a book called The Sky's the Limit. I don't even think it was one of his best-selling books, but it was an absolutely amazing book. But he talks about how his physical disciplines, his mindset, and so forth have become so strong that it's allowed him to accomplish at levels that most people cannot even fathom or cannot even imagine. And it starts with a belief that you're as old as you think you are. Never let an old person move into your body. And I thought of it as I think about it. You know, I've got physically aches and pains that I used to not have. And I've heard people talk about that you don't have to live with that. That at any age that you can get rid of that. But most of us don't think that way. Most people think, "Oh, I'm getting older. I'm just going to have to live with this." And they when things break down, they go to the doctor to get it fixed with surgery. And he talks about just that if you will think at a different level than what most people think, and not allow, and I want you just to think of this imagery. Never allow an old person to move into your body. Because what happens is we allow our mind to create a reality that our body lives into and follows, and we don't have to ever let that happen. You can stay young for the rest of your life. You can live fully. You can live passionately. You can literally live pain-free if you can think at a level that most people will never imagine. Now, this video is not to tell you you can do that. It's not to give you the dynamics of how to do it, because that would take a lot more time, and I'm still in the process of learning those kind of things. That puts me on a journey, and I want you just to think about that this week. Is whatever you have going on in your life, it may not be physical, it may be emotional, it may be personal, it may be relational, it may be financial, it may be in your business, whatever it is, that the key is the solution first happens in our mind, and we make the decisions. I'm not going to allow this to happen, or this is the reality that I'm going to create. I'm never going to let an old person move into my body. Now, you can take that and put it into a financial realm. Never let a broke person move into your body. So you create your reality based first on your thoughts. And you can reprogram your thoughts by the words that you speak to yourself, by the words that you speak out loud, by the things that you declare to yourself. You begin the process of creating the thoughts that create the feelings, that create the actions that will turn into the results, the habits, and the destiny that either you want or you don't want. The key is to start with the thoughts, the words, the programming of the life that you want. If it's your body, I want to feel healthy. I want to feel vibrant. I want to feel alive. I want to feel young for the rest of my life. So I start with that commitment, with that decision, and that is my word. That is the word I speak into the universe. That my body is the body of a young person, that everything works perfectly, that everything is pain-free. My whole life is filled with that kind of speaking, with that kind of programming. I hope you create that in your brain today. Have an awesome and powerful day. Remember, this is not just a game. This is your life. So play to win.